Hi, I'm Joseph Babineau. I'm here to talk to you about World War One, about the start, the way it starts, the new technology, the new type of warfare, and how it ends. Well, let's start off by saying what happened. Well, there's an acronym, MAIN, which describes the main causes of the war, which are militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. Well, the first, militarism, is the great powers of the century started building up their military strength, and everybody was competing to see who had the biggest military. Then there's the alliances, which there's Triple Entente, which is Great Britain, France, and Russia, and the Triple Alliance is Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. And the reason the war starts is because of these alliances, and somebody hurts another country, and then the alliances kick in, and they end up causing the Great War. Then there's imperialism, which all the great powers like Britain, France, Russia, Germany, all of those had been colonizing and taking over other lands. And lastly, there's nationalism, where everybody starts getting caught up in my nation's better than yours, pretty much, and just having a drive to fight for their nation because it's theirs, and it's pride. Then there's the powder keg in Europe, where there's a lot of ethnic disturbances, and what happens is the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, the Archduke of Austria-Hungary, where a Serb, Gavrilo Princip, shoots Franz Ferdinand and kills him, and basically sparks the powder keg to start the war, where the alliances started to do what they were supposed to. They're supposed to cover for each other, which Germany, Austria-Hungary, Italy declared war against Britain, France, and Russia and their alliance. And the new technology in the war is chemical warfare, trenches, tanks, and planes, and machine guns. And there's new technologies with old type of fighting, where you would have one line against one other line of men. It just decimated everybody, and that's why it's called the Great War, because there was so much blood spilled because of that. And in trench warfare, everybody would try to dig deeper trenches to basically flank under people, and they would blow up everybody's trenches. And it was so disgusting inside of these trenches that people started getting diseases like trench foot and trench mouth, which is basically like a fungus infection. And when the war stopped, there was a Treaty of Versailles, where the Big Four met up to decide the fate of Germany, pretty much. Even though it wasn't Germany's war, Germany gave a blank check to Austria-Hungary because of their alliance to fight against Britain, France, and Russia, and America later on in the war, whenever they came into the war with the Triple Entente. And at Treaty of Versailles, it was decided that Germany, since they were the ones that offered the blank check, would have to be the one to suffer the most. And because France just wanted Germany to really pay for all the reparations that needed to be due to their country. And at the Treaty of Versailles, it was determined that Germany had to pay around $33 billion worth of reparations to France. And Wilson's 14 points were to try to make it easier on Britain, but the other members of the Big Four didn't want that to happen. And when the Treaty of Versailles concluded, Germany had to pay the reparations and had to be demilitarized, and there was to be no submarine warfare either. And that pretty much concludes World War One.